So you want to start a business and you want to start it by Christmas. Maybe you've been wanting to start this business for a long time. I could be catching you while you're listening to this podcast, thinking about your current job, thinking about your current situation, thinking about how this is just not what you imagine for yourself. This is not the vibe. This is not the energy. This is not your zone. And you know that now is the time. If you want to start a business, often in the beginning, it's going to feel like a huge knotted ball of yarn of possibilities, and you're just not sure where to start pulling strings, like where to start unraveling it all. It can be very overwhelming. I completely understand. My clients come to me to help them unravel this ball to get started. And today, this episode, I'm really excited for this. It's going to be a really rapid fire on the 5 steps that you need to take to get started, to have clients by Christmas. This is especially for people who are wanting to build a service-based business. So I'm not focusing on product right now because I know that can be a little bit different with time to market and proof of concept. But this is for people who want to start a service-based business and want to start it now. Are you ready? Strap in. Let's go. So start a business by Christmas, right? You're ready to go. We've got just under 3 months left. You're like, okay, where do I start? What do I do? What's the most important thing? I'm going to break this down for you in a really simplified way because of course, when we're doing something for the first time, we tend to overcomplicate it. And the thing is that when we overcomplicate it, then either we never get started or we get started on the wrong things that don't actually matter. We spend a lot of times doing fun stuff, maybe that's not the exact thing that's going to move the needle on us actually starting this business, bringing revenue in, helping the clients we want to help. So I'm going to help we're going to zoom in to exactly the essentials. There's more that you can do in your business when you're ready to scale. There's more extra stuff that we can add and all of these fun, cool things like launches, all these things. But to get started, these are your 5 pieces of the puzzle that you need. Okay. So number 1, the first thing you're going to do is you're going to take a step back, right? And identify your zone of genius. This is key. You will avoid so much wasted time by doing this step first. What I often see is that people come in and want to start a business and they have an idea for the service, right? So they start there. They're like, well, I could coach people on this, or I could help people on that, or I could provide, readings for people on this, or whatever it is. So they're thinking of the product, right? Or the service rather than thinking about yourself. And I actually think that's the reverse of where we need to start. We need to start inside and then figure out how all that magic and all the expertise and all that experience is going to come out. Now, you may be thinking to yourself, sounds great, Rachel. How do I find my zone of genius? Well, of course, I would say the number 1 place to start asking the right questions and discovering the answers is by looking in your astrology or your human design. I would say start to learn about your human design type. What does that mean? And your profile lines. Start to learn about your midheaven sign in your astrology, your rising sign and what that means for your life, your moon sign and what that means for your emotions. Start to learn more about your cosmic blueprint. This is an incredible place to start. But next, start figuring out, what do I have experience in, right? Where are my experiences? How could I help someone who's like me 3 steps ago? There's likely going to be a zone in there somewhere that is like, this is what you're really good at. This is what you have experience in. This is what you love doing. This is what the world needs, right? It's like the concept of ikigai. And there's like something perfect that's like right in the middle. That's your zone of genius. Like, you're really good at this, right? I'm really good at helping people understand what they are good at, what their potential is. I'm good at helping people unravel their identity. I'm good at helping people be more confident. I'm good at helping people figure things out, like whatever it is, right? There's a zone there that you're really good at. And if you try to build a business without knowing what that is, it's going to be a lot of trial and error and messiness before you get to the gold. I want you to get to the gold faster. There's going to be a lot of messiness anyway, but I just want you to get to the gold faster. So go in first. Okay, that's step one. Step two is choose a problem to solve and choose a specific person who needs your solution. Am I saying to niche for your first offer? Yes. Yes, I am. Okay. Niching is something that I think we all get a lot of, drama about. They call it niche drama, right? Where you're like, no, but I want to help everyone with everything. Stop right now. Okay. Because everything is going to be so much easier for you to create this offer, market this offer, deliver this offer, the more specific you are. This is the hardest step. Okay, this is the hardest step for some reason, because we just don't want to quote unquote limit ourselves, right? I'm doing bunny ears, limit ourselves. We're afraid to do that because we think it's limiting our potential success and revenue. And it's not, I swear to you, by being more specific, you're going to get clients faster. So this first offer that you're making, your first version one of your business, you are going to choose a specific problem to solve for a specific person. So don't say, I want to help people be more confident. I want to help everyone be more confident. That is too vague, right? What I want to hear is something more like, I want to help divorced single moms be confident in how they manage their money post-divorce, right? Like that's specific, right? Like this is the level that we want. And you could get even more specific than that, right? But that's just a quick example. Who are you helping and what are you helping them with? Get really specific. Okay, I've made my point. So step number 3, now you're going to create a freebie. This is fun. This is to me, this is the fun part, right? Maybe you have a different fun part, but I love this part. Create a freebie that you can offer to give people a taste of your approach or your solution. The reason this is really important is because you're doing this for the first time, right? People who are fully established in their businesses, they've been doing this for a long time. They developed a reputation. They're on podcasts, like they're doing all this they're visible, they're known in their field. They don't need to have this as much, right? If you're totally new, no one knows who you are. They don't know your expertise, but they get to find out who you are, right? How are they going to do that? Either through word of mouth or through you telling them. So tell them, create something that is free that you can easily send to someone. So say you're at a co-working space, you sit down, this is a real story, this happened to me. You're at a co-working space, you sit down, minding your own business, like doing your stuff. Next to you, there's someone who like just strikes up a conversation. What do you do? What do you do? You tell them what you do. You tell them the specific solution you offer to the specific person. They're like, that's me. That's exactly what I want. You're like, great, amazing. I actually have this like ebook, or I have this this video that I created that like really helps people get started with this. I could send it to you. Right? Casual. It's easier than it seems, right? It seems really nerve-wracking and scary. But if you just have one little free thing that you can send to someone to give them a taste, in my Rising Star program, we call this the amuse-bouche, right? Like an hors d'oeuvre, right? It's the little taste. It's the little thing of like, okay, this is what the main course is going to be like. It's going to be fabulous. Like this little explosion in your mouth, right? You want to give them this like kapow, like this is a little taste of who I am and what I do. And you can have it for free. And they're going to be like, oh my God, this is so great. First of all, it gives them a reason to come back to you. It reminds them of like whether or not they want to really commit to solving this problem. And they have you get their contact details, et cetera, et cetera. This is how you start building, right? Start building your client base, your client list. So create an amuse-bouche, create a freebie that you can offer. That's step number 3. Now, step number 4 is to decide where you're going to market, right? And again, we tend to overcomplicate this. We overcomplicate all of this stuff, but this one gets really overcomplicated. We start to get stressed here because if you have a full-time job, maybe you have a family as well, et cetera, you're starting to think, oh my God, now marketing, that feels exhausting, right? I know a lot of people who are very afraid of burnout, very afraid of like, how do I market my product, my services when I don't have an email list, right? For the first like 5 years of my business, I had less than 1,000 people on my, or first 4 years, I should say, of my business, I had less than 1,000 people on my email list. You don't need a massive email list. Stop thinking you need all these things, right? You just need to have conversations with real people. My first clients were people that I already knew through another business that I was doing, or people that I knew through my previous career in corporate. Your first clients, you already know them. You already know them. Their numbers, their emails are already in your phone. So, where are you going to market? I would suggest two places. One is start to make a list of people that you already know that you think could really use the solution, or they know people who could use the solution. People that you could message and just say, "Hey, I'm starting this thing. I'm offering, a whatever special deal for the first 10 people. Just want to let you know, or if you know anyone who might need this, fantastic. Like, here it is." I also have a video that I can send to people that would really support them as well, right? Talk about your freebie. Okay, so the first one is people you already know, right? Start making a list, whether it's 5 people, 10 people, whatever. You already know people that need what you are selling. And then the second thing is choose one social media platform. It could be LinkedIn. It could be YouTube. I don't recommend Instagram. It could be. Maybe that's where you already have a great following. Sure, do Instagram. It could be TikTok. We don't know what's happening there. It could be Substack. Choose one. Again, this is about simple, simple, simple. We're starting our business and building our business and getting our first clients before Christmas, right? Less than 3 months. Choose one, because the more you spread your energy around, the less effective it is. When you put all of the spare time and energy that you do have to spend on this business into one platform, you're going to get better results. So pick one. Pick one that you know that you can make time for, and one that maybe you kind of know how to do it. But if you don't know how to do it, that's fine. That's what being an entrepreneur is about. It's about doing things we don't know how to do. That's literally the job description. Okay, so that's number 4. So you're going to choose where you're going to market it. Make your list of people that you already know and choose one social media platform. Now, step number 5, our last step of today is now go and do it, right? Now go and start telling people about your service. Start talking about the problem and how passionate you are about it. Start talking about the mistakes that people are making and what they need to avoid. Start talking about why it's important that they solve the problem right now. How is it going to change their life? Start talking about all of that stuff on that platform and to anyone who will listen immediately. And my recommendation to you is to commit to yourself that you're going to do this 3 to 4 times a week, minimum. I would love for you to do it every day, but I know life is lifing, right? Holidays are coming, all this stuff. 3 to 4 times every week, you are online saying what you want to say. You are doing it imperfectly. You are not overly curating and making everything look, but no, you are just saying it straight and telling people about your freebie, telling people about the problem, and telling people about the solution and about your story. There you go. Okay. Think of this not in terms of, I have to build this big, wonderful, perfect thing and then announce it to everyone. Don't think of building your business by Christmas in that way, or you're never going to get started, right? It's never going to happen. And it's going to be one of the projects, many projects that you've got sitting on the back shelf, gathering dust. Don't do that, right? Think of it like a proof of concept. You're putting something experimentally out there. You're going to test it. You're going to see how it goes. You're going to learn things, and you're going to refine and get better every single time, right? Michael Jordan didn't make his high school basketball team, right? So many people out there don't make it the first time. They don't figure it out on the first try, but they have to keep going. You have to recognize that the more that you commit to this, the more that you show up, the more that you figure it out, the more that you let yourself do it imperfectly, the more successful you're going to be faster, and you will book your clients by Christmas. Even bigger picture than that, what's important is that you're starting to build a new life for yourself. You're starting to build a pathway away from your corporate job or your current situation towards something that is truly fulfilling, truly lights you up, and can truly bring you the lifestyle and the success that you want. Owning your own business, running your own successful business is one of the most incredible things that you can do. It's one of the hardest things that you can do, But what it really requires is agility and willingness to try things. So if you want to start your business by Christmas, it starts today. All right, you ready? I'm so excited. So, of course, if you want to do this with me, I encourage you to message me. So if you want to work with me and get some support, I offer 1 month packages. I offer 3 month packages of my Star Power coaching as well. Or if you want to do this with a group and have that incredible group energy and accountability, our Rising Star Business Academy is going to be opening doors soon. Get yourself onto the wait list as well. The link is going to be in the show notes. You don't have to do this alone. Stay tuned to the Bold Business Podcast because we got you. Okay, you're going to do this. It's 2025. It is your year and it's not over yet. All right, have a beautiful rest of your week and I'll talk to you soon.